Welcome to our show. Well, it's not really our show, it's yours. In fact, we don't really know
I
what we're
can't
doing, but we're not
see. I
going to
can't
let that
see
stop
you.
us.
I can't. Wait there. No, I can't quite. I can
Hello?
almost see you. I'm gonna have to get a stepping stool or something to stand on. Give me a minute here before we. Oh wait,
Maybe
I can change this.
try tipping your computer.
Oh,
Or
well, I'm tipping the desk, and that seems no. It's gonna be heavy though. Let me try this.
oh,
Okay, is
there you
that?
are.
Hold
Hi.
on. I have screen lock.
Hi.
Test. Okay,
Hi.
I'm ready to start.
There
Are
you
you?
are. I was just welcoming everybody to the show, and
We're
what
live.
it is a show that's all about you. Not you, but like our
No, it's
audience.
both of us, isn't it?
Audience right now.
Oh, yeah, the audience.
Welcoming them. So
Hey, Mom.
this show's all about you. We're going to be trading time for minutes and truth for fiction.
That's deep.
Wait.
Keep going.
Anyways, I'm Marco, here to be joined by my brother Polo, and we're going to be tackling some of the world's biggest problems and solving them in one foul swoop, aren't we?
It's going to be foul, like an eagle.
Anyways, before we get started, just wanted to give a high five to our subscribers and sponsors. Actually, we don't have any yet, but if we
If
did,
we did, it'd be awesome to be able to recognize them in a financially responsible manner and invite them to continue their participation with us at this time. Back to you.
we'll probably just keep going.
Offer
But
void in the states of Louisiana and wherever prohibited.
what we're doing, hey, feel free to give us a call, and we'll see what spots we've got left. It's going to be a lot of fun.
It is filling up fast, whatever you're talking about right now.
Okay, moving on. Polo, I was looking at the news recently.
Oh, that's me, yeah.
And I wondered, have you ever heard about snail facial treatment?
Okay, time out on this. Like, there's some weird stuff, but you can't even see the face on a snail to even begin. Like, you're telling me, like, I mean, think about the last time you like squashed a snail. Did you see a face? No, I don't.
True. That's true, but it's primarily an anti-aging treatment.
How
It
old do
takes
these snails
specially
get?
bred snails for this.
Okay, how old are they?
And I didn't do much research on it, and I don't know.
Yeah,
That's
I didn't either. I know you sent me the headline. Let me see. I made some notes. I didn't make notes after all.
Just
But I think snails. I think snails asking for a snail asking for a facial. I'm like, how shellfish are you? What do you think?
it seems like that what this is used for is like removing dead cells and reducing wrinkles and closing pores and even reducing tan.
How does it
I'm not sure
work?
why they would want to reduce tan, but
Yeah, and wrinkles too. I mean, how do you like cycle back up inside that shell without? I thought wrinkles would just be natural.
evidently scientists have discovered, or they supposedly have discovered, that the slime the snails
Alleged.
face,
Wait, say that again.
well, they're specially breeding these snails because when they crawl across your face, it leaves that slime, and it's supposedly good for the face.
Breaking up on me here. Scientists are breeding with snails? I don't believe it.
No, they're not breeding with snails.
Oh,
They're
sorry.
breeding because it's supposedly good for the face.
Like our faces?
Right.
Oh. Wait, read that headline again?
You thought it was the snails?
Well, that's what you told me.
No, snail facial treatment.
Right.
You know,
Snail
where
facial.
you put snails all over your face and let them crawl, and
Is
this even real?
is that like a store in the mall that you go to? Like, where do you do this?
Do people actually spend money on this?
This is
Anyway,
disturbing.
it's disturbing at least. And
I thought we kind of wanted this show to be a little lighter and not. I mean,
That was heavy.
we're broadcasting live. I mean, it's not, or whatever we call that, in a pandemic, and I wanted it to be kind of more uplifting or just lightly humorous if we get really lucky, although it's harder than it looks. But you went all the way into the heavy news.
I know. I thought as I read it, it made me laugh, or it could have laughed if or it could have been, but I thought, wow, that's deep. But it's not really deep because it's on the surface.
It is on the surface. It's very superficial almost. That's a word, right? Yeah.
Taken.
I don't even know what to say at this moment.
All right. You tell me what you wanted to talk about today.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. I actually did. So, I mean, this won't come as a shock to you, but I'm a dad, and I have three kids, and the oldest is a teenager. Actually, the older two are teenagers, but the oldest one has a driver's permit. Are you familiar with these things?
Oh, yes.
Okay. So apparently, with a permit and with a parent, they can drive. And I guess in theory, it's not a bad theory. Really, the theory is the parent gives gentle instruction along the way, and the subject or the child absorbs said instruction, improves technique, reinforces technique, rinse and repeat. And again, but my question is, if you've been down this road before, how much yelling is okay in this process? But okay, let me clarify this though, because I feel like the answer could be different depending on who it's coming from. So I don't want to just put a pat answer to this. I want to flesh this out a little bit if we have time for it. So I mean, obviously, if it's the driver yelling, to me, that's just not good. Like, we've tried to squelch that. Backseat passengers, we draw the line on that. Like, there is no yelling from the.
Before we get to the back seat, what's wrong with the who did you say? The driver?
The driver. Oh. The teenage driver.
You wouldn't want them to yell.
It just seemed. I mean, they'll pick up that skill later, but I feel like right now is too soon. So backseat passengers, we've just as a family, we've said absolutely no yelling. Frankly, we also draw the line at backseat passengers, like, siblings get in the car and they're strapping on helmets, and we're like, that is not encouraging to the driver, so we cut that out as well. Now, here's where it gets harder, though, and stay with me on this. Front seat passenger, like the parent. And I think there's two schools of thought on this, because one would say there's really nothing helpful about yelling, but the other would say, I think there's an exception here I think of this as really for the preservation of life and limb of man or beast. And I invoke that exception clause as reason to yell at times. Well, my wife has. I mean, I don't need to name names. It was traumatic, though, from what I hear. But so there was yelling there, and that's maybe more my question of how much of that is good. I have a few more questions, but I'll stop there. Or
I was wondering
would more words help?
how the Postal Service has vehicles with foot brake and maybe even accelerator on the passenger side. Would that be helpful to the parent?
I think it would be helpful. I don't think we have time to make all those stops though. So I don't want to discourage your idea, but that's a lot of stopping at everyone's mailbox.
I think rather than the issue being about yelling, the
Mm,
the question or the issue seems to be more like the driver
mm,
to learn how to drive well with passengers, right?
mm.
Those older and younger who are yelling and creating an environment of stress and intensity, because that would help them in every situation to be able to.
Well, I mean, that's a theory, and I think it could have some merit. We could simulate that. Let me take this one lane further. What about yelling from other cars? Because my thought was, if someone from another car is yelling at us, do we swerve at them just as like a friendly acknowledgement? Um, it'd be kind of like a fist bump for cars, which that's more COVID safe, I think, than a lot of things would be. Um, I don't know. I just want to throw that out there.
But isn't that what horns are put there for?
Hmm, that's a strong point too. Well, I don't know if you have more thoughts on it. At some point, we can. I didn't expect an answer today, especially from you. But I thought, just as you have thoughts, and then really just kind of packing this all up, I guess.
I have
You,
noticed, though, that when it comes to weight loss and more gray hair and extra wrinkles, it seems like all of those increase during that
mm,
year of driving, education, and learning how to help, right? Help our young ones learn how to drive responsibly.
okay, this is a lot less encouraging than I had hoped. Let me just close this whole conversation with one other question that it kind of made me think of this. I know you and I both, as married men, we've probably read a few books over the years of marriages and that kind of thing. And do so, serious question: do you think yelling would be considered a love language? I mean, would there ever be a context? No, I guess probably. I think I answered my own question. Never mind.
What if you were in the mountains and separated by a chasm with
Timber.
water that no one can cross, and you see your spouse clear on the other side, and you're like, hey, 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 hey.
And they're like, echo, go, go. No, that's a brilliant answer. I think that nails it right on the head.
Or I told you, you.
That would that could be more like it. That was my main issue for the day. I
I can see that
it's
one.
hard. Yeah, it's hard.
I still have 3 more youngsters. We'll just call them that,
Mm,
not to draw any attention to
mm-hmm,
gender or
mm-hmm.
other
Age.
spatial awarenesses, but
Mm,
yeah,
mm-hmm.
this is not over.
Mm.
Not over.
Yikes. Okay. Okay. Well, that's fine, I
Can we
guess.
wrap it up?
How do we wrap? Have we, like, what do you mean by wrap it up? Because I'm back to you.
Okay. Thank you for attending, watching, listening, and if you have any commentary on the subjects that we have done, then put them, type it or tap. I don't know where the comment section is, but anyway, leave them in the comments. Maybe send them in the mail.
If
Oh, did you
this,
have something you wanted to?
no, I was just thinking, if it's a comedy show, do we have to close with a joke, or what would you? Do you have a preference?
You know a joke?
I wrote one down. Do you? Should I go for it now, or is this staged? Um,
No.
you want me to take it?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Sure.
And then you can just do the hard finish after this, I guess. So, oh man, it's so hard to narrow these down. Oh, yeah, this is kind of a riddle, and I'll walk you through this if you need to afterwards. But um, who was bigger, Mr. Bigger or his son? Question mark.
Probably the dad.
The son. He was a little bigger. Now it breaks down like this. So father and should I keep going?
Wait. But who measured?
That's a good point. It doesn't say here. Does that not sound right to you?